Hi. So I had two really amazing aura hypnosis sessions. And I'm going to post some clips of that because it has some really helpful information to be known, and it will help, I think, a lot of people. But I also want to give an introduction to that. So some of the information just to know, okay? These two individuals were very highly advanced souls, very highly ascended people. However, in both of these, they had some difficulty being hypnotized. They had some difficulty going into that state for their higher self to come through. And what we identified was it was the ego mind. It was the mind and all the thinking and thoughts that were getting in the way. So in aura, just straightforward aura, you do the induction, and then you do a past life regression, and then after that you bring in the higher self, you ask them questions, you do a body scan, you might bring in Archangel Michael or someone else, another higher being, another angel to come through and do some healing. Okay, so pretty straightforward there, but all right, these didn't happen that way. So did the induction, and then there was some blocks there to getting to the higher self. So and these people could begin to do that. They could begin to bring in the higher self, but then it just wouldn't. It was like, so in the first one, which was a male gentleman, he could do it, and then he's like, I lost it. And then in the other one, there was like a few words she would receive, and then she would say, wait, now I don't sense anything. And very interesting, because a lot of times there's some resistance from entities, but with the male gentleman, he actually said, well, we got, if I remember right, Archangel Michael came through and he said, yes, the entities are willing to go to the light. And so they were willing, but then the mind got in the way. The mind, actually, no, maybe it was the entity. Maybe it was the entity that said, yeah, I'm willing to go to the light, but then the mind came through, the ego mind, interfered with the process of that. If I remember right. I'm going to post some clips, so I'm going to review it too. But there's interference there with the mind. And then with the other, with the female, the entities went away. They were transmuted to the light, and then ascended to the light, and still the mind was getting in the way. The mind was interfering with channeling in that. So what I had to do in both of these instances, which is very, very interesting and not straightforward to aura, okay, is I brought in Dolores Cannon. Like, I channeled Dolores Cannon because I wasn't going to give up. I was trying so hard, trying to hold him so hard in both of these to like have these people like quiet their mind and bring in the healing. But there was just so much resistance from the mind. And I think all of us do this. All of us do this, even like highly advanced people, because even for highly advanced people, myself, my mind gets in the way all the time. Okay. And just how powerful the mind is. Really, really resistant to like even just, beautiful things that can happen to us, like healing. Just the mind gets in the way. So I brought in Dolores Cannon, and actually so let me explain the male that I did, which I'm going to show. I I asked, because I was at like the kind of like, what do I do now? What do I try now? So I said, well, let me try to channel something, some being through that can help us. And so I asked him, well, what being should I channel through? And he said, Dolores Cannon, which didn't occur to me. So I was like, okay, sure. So I brought her through, and she said, oh, I've been here the entire time. Like, she was waiting in the background to be called forth. And it was amazing. She took charge. She knew what to do, and she got his ego out of the way for the healing, because he wanted to be healed of lupus. And it was so amazing, and he was healed, and I'm going to show that. And then with the female, the woman that I just did, since it had worked so great before, I was like, let's call in Dolores Cannon. And when I did, I felt like, when I thought of her presence, I felt just this whole bunch of light energy here, like oh yeah, I just could feel her. And yet again, she came through. It was so beautiful, and she was a hoot too. As you can see, I'll show the clip. She just made me laugh. And I'm a serious person. I'm too serious. I'm trying not to be. And I realized after her presence came through, I feel a little lighter. I feel like I'm not taking things as seriously, but I'm usually a serious person. I take things too serious. But she just made me laugh. But it's just so great that we can all work together, and it's amazing, right? I mean, if you think about it, I'm here with an individual, okay, and then another spirit is able to come in and to teach both of us, and that client is able to teach me too. We're all able to teach each other. It's just amazing, because I'm going to add too, like, and these are very spiritual, highly advanced people, okay? So like, when I was like talking to this woman too, I was like, oh my gosh, she's had so many amazing experiences. She's so spiritual. Man, I want those experiences. She seems to be like really highly advanced, maybe more advanced than me, but I'm able to teach her. Okay, because I think that, we all have different areas we just need to grow in. So somebody might be like really highly advanced with their third eye, and then another is really, really advanced with their like clairsentience. Okay, and we're able to like teach each other. It's amazing. And then Dolores Cannon's able to come in. She's able to teach, and it's just it's amazing. So I'm gonna post these clips, and I hope that they're helpful. It's definitely helpful to calm our mind. I think we can all do that. We can all need to work on that, just calming our mind, getting our ego out of the way, and also recognizing anything is possible. Anything is possible. And I want to add too, because these are really, really good clips for anybody that wants to channel, anybody who wants to work on this, okay? Especially the one with the second one that I'm gonna show. It's really, really helpful for channeling and bringing in information, okay? It's gonna be so helpful. And I also plan to later post some videos, or at least one video, on some tips on how to channel and how to work towards that. But the most important thing you need to do is get that ego out of the way. That's the most important thing. So meditation, and working on just not thinking. All right, so okay, so that's the end of my introduction, and I hope Hope it's good information for you.